So what's up guys, how you guys doing today? So today I'm going to show you how to install your own VPN server on a Vultr VPS server. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to create an account on it. So before creating the account, I hope you select the link in the description, because you will get $100 free gift from them, and by doing so you will be able to use that $100 to create the servers and everything you want on the VPS hosting service. So, and also it helps me by giving back $25 for me as well. So I hope you select the link in the description to sign up. So let's get on to it and see how we can create our own VPN server. So first of all, create the account, and afterwards you will get an interface just like this. So if you didn't click the link in the description, then you will need to add your own money onto the VPS hosting service. If you did, then you will get the $100. So after doing that, then what you need to do is you need to click deploy instance. So in that, we are going to select cloud compute, and for the location, as I'm in the Asian region, I'm going to select USA, and within USA I'm going to select New York, and New York, New Jersey is the server that I have selected. And afterwards I'm going to select the server type as application, and within application we have an application called Pritunl, so I'm going to select that. So we are using Pritunl to create the VPN server. So after selecting it, we need to select the server. So in this VPS hosting service, they have a $2.50 server, but for the Pritunl hosting application, the VPN server, it needs minimum of 1 GB. So the $2.50 one has only 512. So because of that, we need to use the $5 server as our hosting server, and I'm going to select that. And afterwards, there are some additional options where you can enable IPv6, but in this case we don't need it, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. And that's all, and we just need to give a name for the VPN server, and I'm just going to do it as a pre-VPN. Then server quantity is only 1, so click deploy. So it might take some time to install the server. So after installation is done, let's go on to and see how we can do the next steps. So the server is started, and now what we need to do is we need to go on to the server details and see whether the service is working or not. So click on the 3 dots on the right side and click server details, and in that you will be able to see the server's IP address and the server's root name and password. So you can use this one to go to the console interface and connect, but we don't need that. We just need to go to the web interface, which is provided by Pritunl. So this is the link to access that interface. I'm just going to copy it and open another tab and paste it. So you will get this message because of the certifications are not there, so it's not a problem. We just select advanced and proceed anyway. So we have been taken to the Pritunl's web interface, and they're asking us a username and password. So the username and password is already provided to us, so just copy the username, which is Pritunl, and the password, which is provided to us. So this password and username is just used to log in for the first time. Afterwards you will be asked to set up a new username and password, so that is what I'm going to do now. So for the username, I'm just going to use it as home, and for the password I'm just going to use something which is easy to remember. So this is the public IP address of our server. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and the 6 IP, we don't have one, so I'm just going to leave it blank and click save. So the best thing is to check whether the user is working or not that you just created. So just log out of the server, and I'm just going to give home and password. So the username and password is working. So that username and password is only used to log in onto the server. So now what we need to do is we need to create the server, or before that we need to create the users for the VPN connection part. So For that we need to go to users and click add organization. So for that also I'm just going to give home1 and organization name, and within the organization I'm going to create a user, so which is VPN1, and we don't need a email address, so that is optional. For the pin I'm just going to give it a 6 character pin, and afterwards click add. So the VPN user and the organization is created. Now we need to create the VPN server, so go to the servers option, click add, and for the VPN name I'm going to give it as home VPNs, and there are some additional options here. I'm just going to leave it as it is. We don't need to change anything else much, but if you are advanced configuring one, then you can just select what the things that you want to edit. So afterwards just leave it as it is and click add. So it might take some time to set up the server, so the server must have organizations attached and those kind of things are there. So still the server is starting up, that is why we cannot just click the start server icon. So while that is happening, we can just add the users that we just created to the server. So first of all we need to click on attach organization, and here you can see the organization we created, which is home1, and the server that we just created, which is home VPNs, and I'm going to select attach. So the attachment is done, and you can see the server is configured, and we can click the start server icon. So click start server now. So now the VPN server is running, so the uptime is okay and the status is online. And now what we need to do is we need to download OpenVPN client. So that is the one we are going to use to connect the PC, the local PC, to the VPN server and use that VPN service. So OpenVPN Connect is the one we are going to use. So just download and set up this applications. As I have already done that, I don't need to do it. So after doing so, what we need to do is which is this one. So in here what you need to do is you need to download the file which is provided to us by Pritunl. So to download it, just go to users. So in here you have a small download icon in the user that we just created. Click the download icon and you will get something, a raw file. So just open it. So within the raw file you will have something called home VPN1. So that is the OpenVPN Connect file that we need. So just extract it to the desktop, and after doing so just go back to the desktop, and this is the file that I have just created. So click on the file icon on the OpenVPN Connect application, drag and drop the file, and automatically you can see the IP address and the server information here. So for the username we need to enter the username that we just created on Pritunl, which is VPN1, and for the password I'm going to give the pin that we just gave for the user. So and I'm going to click add. So the adding is done. Now we need to check whether it is connecting or not. So just click the tab, and as you can see the VPN is connecting and working well. So to verify whether it is working or not, what we should get is when we type what is my IP address on Google or whatever the website that you want, you should get this IP address, which is our server's IP address on the interface. So if I go to the browser and type what is my IP, as you can see here, this is the same IP address that we just got from the server that we created on VPS. So that is the way you create your own VPN server, and in your case you can just do a speed test as well. So these servers are much faster. So I hope this is very helpful to you, and I hope you use the link in the description to create this, and it's free, so you can just test it out for 1 month. And thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day, and subscribe my channel for more content like this. Thanks.